everybody. This is Sarah, the amazing Sarah Clark, and this is going to be a kind of a fun one today because it's we have a real expert among us. You are a non-toxic living educator, which I think is sounds like the coolest job, and I think something that we all need in our lives. I think most of us are pretty clueless about the products we use and the things that we surround ourselves with, whether they're clean or not, and whether they're good for us or not. So I love that we have an expert like you on our board at BRYTR Days. So let's kick it off with what helped you create this job? Like, how did this job come about for you?
Yeah, so I sort of just kind of created it myself because I found that it wasn't something I really could find. So I started years ago when my kids were small looking for safer products, and I kind of just trusted the labels that said safe, natural, all of that. And my son had really sensitive skin, and things kept making him react to things. So I couldn't figure out what was going on until I learned that there was a lack of regulation in the beauty industry in the United States. So I kind of dove into that, and it kind of set me on a path of starting to really read labels, pay attention to what we were using in our home. And, I was paying attention to what I was using on my kids. And then I was like, well, what about me? Like, what am I using for myself? So
Yeah.
I kind of dove in that way of really learning about just kind of how things are done here in the US, and things aren't super transparent. And I wanted to be part of educating people about that and what to pay attention to and how to choose safer things.
That's amazing. Okay, so right away when you heard about BRYTR Days, you kind of seen a little bit out there, and right away you reached out and you were like, I'm in. What made you make that decision?
Well, I am a breast cancer survivor, so I had breast cancer in 2018. And like I said, up until then, like actually when my kids were small, which they're both, one just graduated from college and one is in college, so it's been 15 plus years of me reading labels and all of that. And I'd been doing that with like personal care products and things, and then I ended up being diagnosed with breast cancer in 2018. No genetic link to anything, kind of literally blindsided me. And during all of that, I realized there was a lot of talk about diet and exercise, but not a lot about what was like in environmental health and what was going on in our homes and things that we're exposed to every single day. And I decided to take some courses on that and dive all the way into learning more about environmental health. So when I saw about BRYTR Days, I saw posts of it and all of that. I am connected to a few of the people who started BRYTR Days. We worked together in a previous company a while back. So I kept seeing the posts and I was intrigued. And then when I first saw the product, the very first thing I did was read the ingredient labels, because that's what I do. Like anytime somebody recommends anything to me, whether that's a face cream or a protein powder or anything, I read the labels. And most of the time I'm like, nope, not for me. Those ingredients aren't something that I want to use. And so when I saw the ones on BRYTR Days, I was like, oh, yay, these are ones I can get on board with. And then I kind of decided to learn more about it from there.
That's amazing. Yes, I am the same way. I have a son who just graduated with a neuroscience degree and is about to leave for medical school, and he's also a big label reader. And he was fully ready to come in and look at the label and be like, "Nope, not this, not that." And he was like, "It's actually really good."
Yeah.
So that's huge, and it's so much so that you decided to become a brand partner. What made you do that?
Yeah, so because I had breast cancer, I was basically put into menopause at age 42, so pretty young. And that just kind of brought with it a lot of changes, a lot of stiffness, a lot of brain fog, and just mental fatigue and all of that. And I'd been trying different things, different supplements over the years, all sorts of things, different foods, different whatever. And so I was like, okay, when I saw BRYTR Days and I, again, realized that the ingredients were something that I'd be okay with, I tried it. And within probably the first week or so, I noticed a difference in mental clarity and more energy. And I was like, okay, finally, like there's something that can kind of like help me get through the day. And it can help me cut back on the piles of supplements that I was taking, because it's all in one. And so, instead of having multiple bottles of different things and piles of pills that I have to take all day long, I could just do this. And it tastes great. I love it.
Oh, I love it. And you obviously have this huge customer and client base that you go into people's homes and help them really kind of clean up their life. Like, why would you recommend this to them? Like, what would you recommend this over doing? There's obviously a lot of choices out there. What makes this particular product something you really want to recommend to everyone?
I think I love the transparency of it. I love the how BRYTR Days was started and why, like the founder stories and all of that, and the transparency of the ingredients, all of the data and science that's on the website. I love all of that too. It's not just like, hey, here, take this, you'll feel better. There's actual like data and science behind what all the ingredients are. And so I feel like it's just something else that people could add to having a healthier home or a healthier lifestyle. A lot of people in my age range and demographic are also dealing with brain fog and lack of energy or things like that. And so it's something that I think can help everybody. My college daughter has been using it and taking it and loves it. And I think for any adult it can really help.
Yeah, I love how the college kids are really into it as well. It's
Yeah.
funny because I actually had a conversation with a friend of mine, Ron, today. She's like, I want to know more. She's like, tell me a little bit about the science behind it. And I love that I could send her to our website. And for some people, don't want to know the science. They're like, okay, it's clean, it's good for me. I want simplicity. I want something I could just do so easily. But there are people who love to do a deep dive. They love the science, they love the ingredients. And so there are so many research articles linked to our site that talk about what's in it and why it's good for us and why the portions that we have in there and the way that everything interacts. So it's just anyone who is very into that side of it can learn so much on our website about that.
Yeah, I love that. I love being able to just refer back and like why do each of these things matter, taking them together and all of that. And like I said, I was trying different supplements, different things that, you know, I didn't necessarily feel like, oh, this will help with your brain fog or this will help, with XYZ. And I didn't notice a difference. And this was like one of the very first things that I actually noticed a difference. I was like, oh, like because my college daughter is home, we've been going through it a lot faster. And so there's been a couple, I think there's now a subscription, which helps. I think I finally gotten the cadence down of ordering, but a couple days would go by in between where I didn't have any. And I noticed a difference. And then I would, start up taking BRYTR Days again. And it was like, oh, okay, there is that mental clarity and all of that for me.
Yeah, and I don't think I've ever gotten that from a vitamin before. Like
No,
that's a brand new thing that you actually can feel your vitamins.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny, I always take it first thing in the morning. Like literally my middle son has got an internship, so we've been up early every morning and I make his, then I make mine, and I drink it and go on. Well, I had an early morning doctor's appointment today and I totally forgot to take it, but didn't remember that I forgot to take it. Around 3 o'clock, I had a total slump. Like I was
Oh,
sitting there working in a chair and it was getting, like, I was tired for the first time. I'm like, I haven't had an afternoon slump in a while. I was like, I didn't take my BRYTR Days today.
there you go.
Took it, and within an hour, I was like, all right, let's go walk the dogs. Let's get moving now. So it is absolutely crazy how much of a difference you feel in energy when you drink
Yeah,
it.
I've been playing around with what time of day to take it. Like I kind of look forward to it in the early afternoon for that reason. Like maybe I'll take it during this time when normally I would have that slump. And so I've been playing around with different times of the day that, what is the best for me and that I can look forward to. My only probably downside of BRYTR Days is that you can only drink it once a day. Like I want more. Like I'm like, I drink it and then I add a lot of ice and all that, so I kind of make it last longer. And I'm like, wait, I want more. So that's probably my only like downside on it.
Yes, totally. Well, it's funny when we first got it, I was doing some fun little videos and sending them out to people, and I had like three of them, and I felt like the Energizer Bunny. I'm like, okay, I
Yeah,
don't think I'm supposed to have this many vitamins in my body at once. So,
that's
yeah,
funny. Yeah.
my one in the morning sets me up. It lasts me all day, and so like that's my preferred time. But I know a lot of people do replace that 3 o'clock coffee, that 3 o'clock like when they're kind of dragging at their desk. That's when they like to take it as well. So.
Yeah. I think I do like it in the morning. I've just been kind of playing around with it the past like week or so just to see, but I think I like taking it in the morning too.
Yes, and you just reminded me that I need to order a bunch of bags because I've got a bunch of kids going back to school soon, and I don't want them stealing my bags. So I'm
Yes,
gonna be
actually,
stocking up.
I need to do the same. I just got a bag. Maybe it'll last me till my daughter leaves for school, but then I'm gonna have to send her off with some.
Yes, that's amazing. Well, I'm so
Yeah.
excited that we have you as a brand partner and that we've just opened up our brand partner program. So I think that's amazing. Now, people can come in, they can use it themselves, they can love it, share it, and earn commission. So it's an affiliate model, super easy, free to join and get your own link. So we are thrilled to be growing that right now. And thank you, thank you, thank you. We love having an expert like you who really knows what she's talking about. And we're very grateful you were willing to share with us today.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Thanks, Sarah. Have a great night.
You too.
Okay.